Hey guys, my name is Pistaciio and this is going to be the official start of my YouTube channel where I'll be aiming to review new peripherals like mice, mouse pads, whatever new tech releases that I may take interest in, as well as content creation on what I've been doing on the side, which is customizing peripherals, so paint jobs and builds in the mouse and keyboard space. So, for example, the Logitech G Pro X Superlight, but yeah, besides the point. But first off, I'd like to say Happy New Year to you all, and I'm glad you could join me for the start of this newfound interest. To kick things off for 2023, I'd like to showcase the gear that I've been using since the end of last year and going into this year, and also giving insight as to why these are my specific choices. So here we go at number 1, which is going to be an item that I've only recently gotten, and that is the Rode SmartLav Plus, which is also the one that I'm using at the very moment. It's a small microphone called a lavalier mic which clips onto your shirt and picks up consistent and great audio wherever you move, in its length range of course. It's super convenient, discreet, and very inexpensive to get into. For me it was around 100 New Zealand dollars, but then again there is a bit to nitpick here and there, and that is to have a specific adapter. It converts the TRRS aux on the mic to a TRS, which makes it possible to use on your smartphone, PC, and DSLR as a direct plug-in microphone. Next up, we're getting into the headphones. Technically, they're not really headphones, but technically still the same thing. It's going to be my IEMs. It's going to be the Sennheiser IE300s. They're in-ear pieces instead of your traditional choice of the over-ear headphones. Reason of choice is because in long sessions of wearing my old Logitech G Pro X headsets, my ears got uncomfortable, sweaty, and my head kind of felt like it was being pressured over time. So eventually I made the transition and I couldn't be happier. IEMs can get a fair bit expensive, but they are a proper investment. The audio quality is phenomenal, comfort is really nice if you can find the correct size ear tips, which I recommend third-party ones like the Spin Fits, as they take the shape of your ear canal without feeling forced or kind of pressured. They perform really well in music and especially in games. Something I have to nitpick of course is if you really focus on words or like lyrics specifically, they might sound a slight bit, and I really mean a slight bit, like there's a veil over the voices, but I'm really not too pressed about it. Moving on to number 3 is going to be one of my top peripherals, the Finalmouse Starlight 12 TenZ Medium. It might not have the best specs when it comes to performance, but I can seriously commend Finalmouse on their designs, the battery life's longevity, where I only have to charge it maybe once in like 2 weeks. The use of magnesium alloy as a stupidly durable and lightweight material makes the mouse weigh in roughly at 52 grams, especially with the included infinity skins that I have stuck onto it for a bit of like a wider body and better grip. And come on man, the style of this mouse. It's the cleanest and likely the most photogenic in my entire collection. But I have to admit, the Finalmouse was only my second mouse in this setup. The fourth product, and my favorite mouse, is going to be my custom 3D printed Wooting M2K. I've gotten the inspiration for this specific shape from another in the Reddit community, and this mouse genuinely feels a part of your arm when you play it. It's actually crazy. I'm going to be completely honest. Using this for over a month at this point, it has kind of spoiled the experience of using other mice. But obviously, switching back to something that's not really as heavy like the Finalmouse, it makes for an okay experience, but this is something else. The mouse pad's going to be a simple one. For the time being, it's going to be the Artisan Zero Mid XL. It is a really good middle ground for kind of a smooth, fast, and control pad. The base is phenomenal. It's grippy and doesn't sponge when pressure is applied, which is my personal preference of density. The stitching is super low profile and done to perfection on mine. Over time you will start to see the wear on edges if you constantly glide over it with your wrists and mouse strokes, but for me personally, over a half a year of use, it hasn't really worn out to that extent and still glides with a great consistency. But even if your pad does get a bit muddy on dead spots, then you can just wash it up and it feels like brand new quality. Then lastly is my favorite part of the setup, which is going to be the keyboard. It is the Wooting 60HE in a Tofu 60 pine green case. I've personally lubed the switches and springs, band-aid modded, Tempest tape modded, etc, etc. and topped off with the GMK Misty Cherry keycaps. It just looks phenomenal. Personal opinion. The reason why I'm so obsessed with this keyboard is just for plain performance in-game, and maybe a bit of the looks. It has Hall effect switches, which work with magnets, so you can set custom actuation points for every single key. You can set it even to where you lift off any input by a single millimeter and it would stop actuating instantly for better control of movement, for example. Then there's the option to set keys to work as controller inputs and joystick movements for when you want to play Forza Horizon, for example. Lastly is going to be about the pressure sensitivity. So the further you press down a key, it slowly actuates more and more. So for example, I'm still standing still in Apex Legends and would like to just sneak. So you just slightly press it in and it slowly moves, and the deeper the switch goes, the more it activates, till you're on eventual sprinting animation. It's such an awesome keyboard, and I can really commend the lads at Wooting for the awesome product they've released. It's in-game, and that's it. It is all personal preference at the end of the day, so take it as you wish. That wraps it up for the video, and I'm wishing you guys all the best. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and play it on your Samsung Smart Fridge.